don't want to give away too many of my strats while I'm analyzing, but I'll try to help out.
All right, so a couple of bans being hovered here. I did do some draft prep with the draft coaches for actually both of these teams.
All right.
But
They got
yes, I think a lot of the strategies are more or less well known. We'll see if they continue along the thought processes. But the Jin coming out, fourth Inferno, or previously, but Inferno now is a well-known Jin one trick, and so a lot of respect on that. The Vagar is there as well for Cerelius, and Ari as well. So all of that banned out. Skarner left up, however, as triple support banned out by Team Bell. So
they
a
get the
lot of
Skarner first pick.
yeah, a lot of attention on the bot lanes here.
Yeah, I had a similar thought. Like can't really ban out AD carries, especially one with as deep a pool as our sexy has. So you kind of just you focus on his support. Try to break up their compositions.
Yeah, it's kind of like what do you want to play, right? You know that you're leaving the Caitlyn up, so
Right.
then what do you want to play with Caitlyn if it's not one of those three things? There definitely are options, but they're all a little bit weaker, I think, and so that
Right.
was the decision. And we'll see if they're able to get something that they're happy with. It looks like Skarner, Callista, Nautilus is the first three locked in. And I think that
Oh,
all of these
God.
are. I mean, the Callista is very interesting. It got to be one of my favorite champs in the game.
Yeah.
Um,
And with a Nautilus to throw on this Caitlyn, like, can be pretty scary. And I know from personal experience that R60 hates Nautilus. And having a Kalista throw him on you first, you don't even have to land the hook. That could be annoying. They
yeah,
do have
the Lulu. I think hypothetically, Caitlyn Lulu is a stronger lane than Callista Nautilus, but the kill pressure is omnipresent. And if you can land a hook onto either of these targets and insta burst them down with a couple of spears and a quick rend, so very dangerous to pick a Lulu into a Nautilus. More mid bans coming through. Both teams pretty prepared here. This is just burning through the bans.
Yeah, I know. Like I've talked to our sexy, and he's got a couple team comps already written down, ready to go. So I think he's coming in here, and he just like he assesses the bands and then chooses the team comp he thinks is best and just runs with it.
And Cerelius pushed off with 4 mid bans. These are kind of what is perceived to be his primary 4 champions. And they miss a ban here. So I don't see anything in chat coming out. So yeah, it looks like a missed ban. And Aurelion Soul is now the hover. And the traditional answer into Aurelion Soul is Brand. So what are they going to pick here into a Soul? What's left, you know?
It could be like a Hue angle, but does yeah, it could be a Hue. I know Cerelius plays Hue.
See if. Yep, and Hue is hovered and locked in, and now
There it
they're
is.
going to need to blind to top. Wait, this is a Zac? Well, it could still be Zac top, but it's probably a Zac jungle, right?
I would think so. I know Zach is in top lane like pretty commonly, and he can be a menace up there. But
What do you know about the Skarner Zac matchup? Because that seems like Skarner
um,
favored, right?
are you talking about in the top lane or in the jungle? Because they can
Either,
go either way.
either, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, um, I know they have. I guess they have pretty similar ganks. Now that Skarner can go through walls.
Oh, and it's a bait. It is Zac top.
It is
Wow.
Zac top.
Okay.
Allows you to help dodge skill shots and stuff like that. But the exhaust is nice too, because it's like if you're not confident that you can dodge those skill shots, just you exhaust them, you cripple their damage and whatnot. Or if you're already winning, you keep them from escaping, type thing. It's a pretty powerful spell. We'll see how it affects the game.
Absolutely. And we are here into
Looks like we're seeing
the match.
looks like we're seeing a double 5-point defense happening.
Yeah, there's been a
No.
lot of talk after
Yeah.
after the first couple matches. but the respect being shown, each jungler showing themselves topside. Actually, team Inferno and Fia giving each other a couple emotes, but a
And
lot of early wards.
we had Cerelius getting an early trade off on Impro in the topside jungle.
Oh, and that is he is gonna elect to back, but he'll have enough time. He won't start late, will he?
No, he won't. He's probably gonna come back with a scanner after he dropped his ward.
Yep, I think you're right. He's gonna scanner in inventory.
And he's gonna start bot. Looks like they're gonna mirror match up down here, starting bot, clearing upwards.
Yeah, it looks like Matt's alt accounts are opting for a no leash clear. Cerelius with another quick early trade, and so the no leash is definitely going to give a big advantage to this Matt's alt account spot lane. Again, this is one of their primary win conditions based on their first 2 games. They just look so clean against Gets on base. And so with this advantage, let's tune in bot to see how much it affects the early start, as both junglers will start their bot side and look to full clear bot side.
Oh, there's a trade in top going down already.
Yeah, I can look top. Bell's got his passive stacked up, and Duck is definitely taking the worst of that as Bell hits an early level 2, and he's going to start to zone some of this off. But going back bot, level 2 has not been hit by either yet. And it looks like both will hit it at the same time. They're going to look to engage. The hook lands onto Fia, and Josh is healed. Sorry, Sexy. Good trade back, but ooh, Inferno eating the Peacemaker on the disengage there. So it ends up being Matt's alt accounts favored. If he had been able to dodge that Q, I think Team Bell's very happy with that trade. Nice little level 2 action.
Yeah, I'd Chestnut landing the hook on the Lulu while Inferno was fighting the Kaylin. Split damage there for sure, I think, allowed Mass Alt accounts come ahead on that one.
Yep, neither of them using any summoner spells though. Duck trading a little bit onto Bell here as the directed camera takes us across all 3 lanes. A lot of action happening. It looks like all the lanes are trading really heavily. Bell is going to, again, punish Duck even further. But remember, Zach still does have that passive, so he's going to want to take advantage of that in the trades. And Chestnut and Inferno beginning to be pushed off here as the wave pushes away from them bot side. Yep, and we're jumping around, so let's just stay bot. Chestnut and Inferno again starting to be pushed off with this range advantage, but Dorothy is respecting the hook from Chestnut. So Emperor is actually top, and this is going to be on to Bell. Bell with a nice pull backwards in the shield. He elects to flash early, but Emperor follows with a counter flash, and that is going to be first blood over to Matt's alt accounts, as now their bot side begins to run them down, as Sexy and Fia look to make amends for that early loss of health. The Aztec gank mid not turning into much.
Yeah, that top lane play feels bad too. Like, he just sat a ward down and walked back up to his wave as the Viego came in, so the ward didn't even really help him too much. And now he's going to collect this wave, so I think it's okay.
Yeah, he did have a big advantage, and he had the ward down, but it wasn't it wasn't enough information to avoid that gank. He also got a really nice pull to get away from them, but I don't know. That'll be something that he'll want to look at in review on how to live through that next time. Because an early gank like that, if he dies again, it could be really bad. He does still have teleport though, so they weren't able to hard shove the wave and punish him.
Yeah, and being able to TP back to that, collecting that farm, he's actually not. He's only down the first blood kill. Yeah, so
looking at the gold.
I think he's still in a decent spot.
And an early pink ward is invested here, so Boots picked up for the Mordekaiser, Balmy Cinder for the Zac, both level 5, and heavy trading will continue. Bot side they fight again, but the top side, yeah, these two are it's a grudge match that they've got for each other for sure.
And that's what I was talking about. Those long trades. I think Bell needs to start focusing during these trades on preventing the Zac from collecting his blobs to keep him from healing up after these extended trades he's getting. Emperor's looking top again, it looks like.
Something interesting as Aztec is here to try and gank onto both of them. A flash forward and the root is going to stand onto Arsexy. The exhaust goes down and they all in commit. He's almost dead. One more tick of Ignite will go and he does drop, and that's a double kill for Team Bell as Inferno and Aztec both pick up on one. Emperor ganks top and Bell turns it around in the 2v1, and so in a matter of seconds, 3 kills to 0 going over to Team Bell, but Duck is going to hit 6 and all in, and he does get the counter kill back, so 2-0 topside. Really nice job to answer there, and more no flash. Really nice play in order to actually capitalize on the second Emperor gank.
So I missed a little bit because there's 2 fights happening at the exact same time. But what I think happened was Impro ganks top, and I think Bell was level 5. And I think as he comes into lane, Bell picks up the level 6.
Hit 6 and then ults him and kills him. Yeah, that makes sense. The ult is on cooldown.
Yeah, and I think
that does make a lot of sense.
He played that really well, but then I think he just overstayed a little bit, not respecting the fact that Zach was going to pick up the 6. And
Cerelius is going to look for a solo bolo in the mid lane, and he picks it up. Aurelion Sol not respecting Red's not having enough respect for this Hui Cerelius, and so able to punish. And Inferno now trying to pick up, and Fia and Arsexy are trying to answer. They at least get 1 plate, even though they're down the kill gold now. So beginning to answer back. Emperor looking top again. And a clear strategy has evolved here from Empro. He is hard camping top. It's already been 2 ganks. Now looking for his 3rd gank. Cerelius could be in trouble. He does have flash up. He holds it, and he gets away. So Aztec now polymorphed. He's only level 5, and he's in a bad spot. There is no flash for this Skarner. He's got a lot of health, so he might get out as he tries to tank up. They use the Nautilus ulti, but the rest of Matt's ult accounts are here. This is not a good play for Team Bell, and they try to get out. Red's awesome, flies in from the side. Empro could burn down. Hui comes in with a teleport, and all of a sudden Team Bell are trying to turn this onto Matt's ult accounts. Matt's ult accounts is scared. They begin to turn around. They get out. There's no hook. There's no follow through. Nautilus is still only level 5, and so both teams will back off, but a very touchy-feely sequence of plays there.
Yeah, that was wild. At the beginning of that, I thought Team Bell going in on that was not a very smart play.
Hold on a second. Bell has ulted Duck topside, and so a lot of damage is coming through. The passive permanently stacked up. He flashes out and he Qs away, and he is going to get away after the flash jump. And so Zach is out, but a really nice force here from Bell. Does Aurelius overstay? Potentially. Empro is mid again. The flash stun lands, and Cerelius with the instant respect flash after he's out of CC. So still plenty of HP, able to stick around and stay in the lane. But Empro with his 4th gank, 2 topside and 2 mid already. Chestnut missing a hook. These teams it's starting to heat up now. They were very content to suss each other out, and now the blood has been shed and they're going for it.
I think Team Bell is playing this really well. Their bot lane it's got a kill, or they got 2 down there. One of them went to the Skarner, but some scuffles.
Yeah, this Skarner play is interesting. Yeah. But look at how pushed up Cerelius is. If we had a stat for forward advantage, he would be well over 50% so far this game.
And he knows he's safe there because he had the Skarner bullying the Viego in his top jungle, so doesn't have to worry about that right at that moment. But yeah, like I was saying, we have 1 kill on all 4 on Team Bell except for the support.
Yeah, that's how you know I'm not on this team.
Right, Nautilus picks up those kills pretty easily. But CS bleeds as well. Top lane is up, mid lane is up. Bot lane is pretty much even, but they have the kill. So, Team Bell is
They're here to
showing
play.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. They are showing up here to play. Emperor does have a little CS lead, but if we check out the gold, he's up about 150. So it's borderline negligible.
right.
Of course, the items are different. Viego is definitely more scaling. They look for a hook. They landed on an Empro, and the ulti from Hui goes down. He's gonna burn instantly, and Reds is flying over the wall. There's no more CC from the Hui. He is going to be chunked down, but there's nothing to lock them down. And our Sexy's just going to roam mid, put a little Caitlyn ulti down.
Throw a little first strike ulti for a little bit of cash money.
This does secure the second set of Void Grubs, though. So this should be 3-3 in Void Grubs for either team, which they get, having Team Bell getting that first dragon and now equalizing on the Void Grubs. I think that's a good trade.
Yeah,
So
they're coming to contest it.
Yeah, this is going to be a 4v4 fight with both ADs on the bot side. Chestnut lands the early hook onto Fia, and Matt's ult accounts might decide this is too much too soon. Aztec only picking up one with the ulti, and now Bell is not here with the rest of his team, so the rest of Team Bell is going to be shoved back from by Matt's ult accounts. It looks like they will successfully disengage. I can't believe Aztec got out of there. He did have to burn Flash. And so Matt's ult accounts, they came to fight over this single Void Grub, and Team Bell is probably pretty happy to just let them have it.
I mean, yeah, but that equal play, or I guess the unequal play, you're talking about going 3 for 3 in the Dragon, that doesn't happen anymore. Now Matt's ult accounts has 4 grubs because
That's true.
it seems like there was some miscommunication on Team Bell there on what the prio was. Nautilus went for the hook, and Aztec followed, but I believe Sorelius kept fighting the grub and wanted to secure the 3. And then after they blew all their CC, they had to concede it.
I will say, despite the Mordekaiser clearly having the push and priority in this lane, the Zac is 2-0, and even in CS, and so beginning to scale quite nicely as the game goes on. So really, honestly, a very impressive performance so far from Duck, and this is before we get into the actual teamfight phase of the game.
Yeah, that the early pressure from Impro in that top side really set Duck up for success. And now he has the Hollow Radiance.
Emperor's going to be looking here for sure as the Scuttle fight potentially happens. Team Bell posturing, Aztec blast coning in. And so definitely a lot of posturing for the second dragon. We could see a big team fight break out. 5-2 the score. Team Bell up roughly 1,300. So this could be the fight that blows it all open.
Our Sexy's gonna take that time to get some pressure on the bot wave, and they see them coming down to collapse on them, and they disengage. And this mid is pushed up for Team Bell. Bell in the top side is also pushed in. So mid lane has priority here for this dragon.
Yeah, and the hook is landed. Chestnut does not miss. And Team Bell prioritizes the find. The ulti from Hui is going to land. Sunstrike follows. How much damage is this? Not enough. And so he will survive, but they should secure the dragon and the second dragon of the match to boot for Team Bell.
That is the catch you want before these objectives. Taking out the jungler, it just gives it to you for free. And Sorelius is doing a good job of punishing Reds on the
Fia trying for the steal with the Lulu. They're gonna decide to all-in engage. Chestnut uses the Callista ulti, but now they call it off, and so Team Bell is going to escape after all of that. So just an ulti burn, not a flash. I think it's okay for Team Bell. Empro at 0-3 on this Viego though. Not looking good. Of course, the Viego will scale as time goes on, but to start 0-3, it is rough. The flash stun is going to come through. Sorelius is happy to let him do it. He's going to flash.
There's that theory you were talking about.
Yep, he flashes out of the Reds, the ultimate, the Falling Skies, and so actually survives it. Bell is all in here onto Duck, and he's stuck in the zone. He has to flash while he's inside of this special realm, and so he gets the passive pop. Does Mordekaiser have enough damage to actually kill here?
He doesn't.
And it looks like no.
So the problem I see what his thought process was there. Let the blobs get together to Q him, but you don't get that isolation bonus on the Q damage because they're 4 separate targets when you do that. And unfortunately, he just doesn't have the damage to finish him off. He does blow the flash though.
Yeah, and
Also, I want to draw.
Just really quick, the itemization. He went Rylai's instead of Riftmaker.
That's what I was talking about to
yeah.
keep him from running away. Yeah. But look at that healing on Duck Jugs there. Duck Jugs.
Yeah,
But, okay, so what I want to draw your eyes to is the level difference in the mid lane. Cerilius is
he's
almost
about to hit 12. Yeah.
Yeah, he's almost a full. Yeah, there he is. 2 levels over this this Asol, which that is a lot of power, and he is punishing the Asol for it.
Yep, Fia now roaming mid. Empro already given 3 ganks mid, so Cerilius has gotten 4 bans and 3 ganks in this first game, and yet he's sitting at 3-0 on a champ that loves these type of fights into Aurelion Sol. Very happy to take these range fights. It's just he's slowly going to get outscaled, but he's only sitting on Rylai's here, this Aurelion Sol, so he's going to need at least 1, if not 2 more items to come in.
Yeah, and look at the CS difference. Cerilius is up 53 CS on Asol at 17 minutes.
Yeah, checking in with the gold, it's over 2,000, 2,400 gold lead in the mid lane as they take down first turret here.
That is like the entirety of the gold advantage for Team Bell is on this mid laner.
These bot lanes are fighting it out. Chestnut might actually, a lot of damage might go down. Nice little sidestep for the Peacemaker, and the rest of his team is here. Aztec is going to try and take a kill here as the ultimate lands onto both, and Cerilius misses the ultimate, but they are able to capitalize and they get the kill onto Fia. Meanwhile, the counterplay topside as Empro tries to engage onto Bell. 2 levels up this time, and he dodges the stun with a sidestep. Duck gonna engage from long range, but the pull back, and this could be enough as the ulti comes out, and so he is gonna ult in order to stay alive. Both decide to disengage, and a great play here from Bell in order to stay alive topside, and they use Herald Bot, so they get another turret, and it should get one more charge.
Ah.
Boom, and half the turret is taken down.
That is not a good play. I mean, that is a great play for Team Bell, but that's got to feel really bad from Matt's ult account.
Just a quick reminder while we're at this point of the game, if I have the ability to cast a curse, Cerilius has not won a game in the LCC yet, and this is looking like it could be his first. So we'll see if I do have the ability to cast a curse, and Cerilius, you can blame it on me, okay? But getting back into the setup, Team Bell already has 2 dragons, as the 3rd dragon is going to spawn here soon. It is what is this, Hextech map? Yeah. So they've got the portals here. Our Sexy potentially caught out as the Nautilus ulti is going to go down, followed up by the hook into the root. The exhaust comes through, and Inferno picks up a kill here onto our Sexy. So the lethality Caitlyn sitting at 0-2. He is up roughly 30 CS, and he did get the tower. But yeah, their prior game win condition sitting here at 0-2.
And I know our Sexy is just mumbling to himself, I hate Nautilus.
You gotta love that champ, right?
Right, yeah. Just presses R, you know? Aztec's looking for something, but...
Yep, Bell and Duck continuing to deal negligible damage to each other in the top lane. This is like the most island of all islands.
Absolutely. I mean, Impro has been putting his attention up there, and he did get Duck ahead, but now it's just like...
Yeah, let's look at the main fight, though, as Empro prepares to engage.
Oh, Duck is
the Falling Sky lands. Red's Awesome is way too far in, though, and a lot of damage is coming through. Our Sexy's in a great position. Empro has to flash out, and so the disengage, a little stun landing here, a lot of damage, and it is enough as Cerilius picks up the snipe kill onto Empro, so there's no flash here for this dragon fight. Another snipe landing onto Reds as he's forced out. The Flea is here, another root suppress onto our Sexy. More damage coming through as Inferno picks up the 3rd kill, and the second kill actually, because Rez didn't drop. So that is 2 down, and the third dragon going over to Team Bell, and this is looking good for Team Bell and Cerelius.
The Zac attempted to
Oh,
TP
he
in to
forces
help
the
that,
snipe.
and he gets
Got
ulted
pulled?
out by
Yeah.
the Mordekaiser. So the Zac did a good job. He baited out the pull from the Mord in a trade, and then as soon as the pull was down, he TP'd. But he TP'd in vision, right like in his sight, and Bell instantly used his ult on him and stopped the teleport.
Yep, absolutely. Jason is too good in the chat. Absolutely. He is popping off. 4-0 here on the way. Definitely looking pretty impressive. Aztec finding the ults that matter when they matter. Sitting here at 2-0-5. Inferno having a great game on Callista. Remember, this is a Jhin 1 trick, and he's 3-0 on Callista. So
this is what you want on that Callista. You need to get that champion snowballing down there.
I think Team Bell will be very happy with the strategy that they brought out here in game 1. Of course, they still need to close it out. They're only roughly 3k up, but they do have 3 dragons on top of that gold lead. And now we're going to see a little bit of NA Ram as all of the players are going to meet in the mid lane. Empro looking here from Fog of War, unable to find anything. These top laners continuing to brawl it out, actually. And I can't tell, is Duck starting to win this?
He is.
Trade? Yeah.
He just stands there and does nothing, collects his blobs, and burns Bell down in these trades. He picks up his blobs, he heals right back up.
Yeah, I really think I
Bell
wanted to see Bell build Riftmaker and like more AP here instead of the MR. Yeah, I'm just not sure that this is the build to 1v1 the Zac.
Yeah, but I think he's also just going to become unkillable to the Zac eventually, and they're just going to be 2 blobs in the top lane. And as long as Bell can ult somebody and stay alive, I think that's what his job is.
Aztec is here. Ult. The ulti goes down, and so Duck is in the Shadow Realm at the moment. Duck is going to come out of it and be shocked that there's a Skarner there to pull him into pieces. He flashes out after the suppression, but there's no jump, and so the Bloblets will come down. And now with the 2 of them, the teleport comes through, and the rest of Matt's ult accounts are here. It's all of them topside, but Bell, they do at least get the counter kill. A big stun is going to land, and that kill goes over to Red's Awesome. Aztec trying to trade out as much damage as possible, but it's a 4 versus 1 now. But the shutdown goes over to Fia, so probably not who you want the gold onto at 23.5 minutes into the game.
You send 5 people up there, and then you get the shutdown on the support, and Cerelius down here taking a tier 2 tower. I don't know if that was a good play or not, but I guess they did need to get some gold in their pocket.
I think it would have been a good play if that shutdown had gone on to any of the other members. But the fact that Fia gets so much gold here at this point of the game is not advantageous. And Cerelius and Empro both counter flashing. Or actually, that was the ultimate from Empro, but it does miss. Cerelius with a really nice time on the flash. But Empro forcing the flash from the mid. And actually, wait, I forgot to... I've neglected to mention this. It's a Mejai's Soul Stealer from Hui. Yeah, 10 stacks on it, but this could be greedy.
Could be. But I don't know. I mean, Jason is a safe player, so, and if this Zac is, I mean, the Zac looks like he's starting to like join the team in these fights based on his positioning right now. So if the Zac can get on him, I think he might be in trouble. But other than that, like, I don't know who else is going to be a threat to him to get these stacks off of him.
Yep, and so another ulti going down. That one's going to land onto Cerelius, and so he's chunked down for, that is about 700 gold he's chunked down for before this fight starts. He's got 2 levels up here, though. Our Sexy setting up the traps, the Caitlyn wall beginning, and Duck is going to teleport out of this as the fight starts. And so Bell now has teleport. He could teleport in, and Aztec is going to look for Fia, and Red's on the backside. The ulti misses, and it doesn't land onto anybody. However, the stun still is going to come through, and Red's a lot of burst is going to come out quick, and he does die early on in this fight. Empro having to flash out. The hook just misses as our Sexy is on the side. Another flash here as they all in engage. Nautilus is going to fully commit, and so he does begin to go down. Inferno burns down. Our Sexy gets the counter kill. Duck comes all the way back from the top side, but it's now a 2 versus 4 as Team Bell is going to be able to run down the rest of Matt's ult accounts. Fia, the only one remaining. The hook, or the pullback from Mordekaiser is going to miss, but Team Bell will take their Dragon Soul. So Matt's ult accounts had to fight that. That is Dragon Soul. They end up losing the fight, even despite some missed ultimates, some key missed plays from Team Bell. So just too far behind in momentum. Not actually that far behind in gold, but far enough that it mattered, and it wasn't in the right items or on the right carries.
I don't know what Duck was thinking there. I think that TP was a massive misplay. They had hit that sweeper Vit cone and they got vision, and as soon as they hit vision on him, he teleports in the vision.
Yeah.
And that's just, I mean, I've never seen a bigger go button for Team Bell there.
Yeah, Psychotic in the chat. You can't miss the Nautilus R. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a fact. Yeah. So.
And they just watch their front line disappear. Their engaged threat, like, the only thing deterring them was their Fed member in the top lane, and he TP'd away.
And one thing to mention, we already previously mentioned it, but the callback to the Magi Soul Stealer going from 10 stacks to 20 stacks in that team fight, almost fully vested. Yeah, just crazy.
Hey.
We've got some silly questions in the chat, but some serious gameplay going on at the moment. Duck is going to be found out here. He fails his jump over the wall, or just it times out. The Caitlyn ulti landing onto the shielded Nautilus, and so no damage, no effective damage coming through with that. We'll have to wait for that to come back off cooldown.
This Caitlyn is on 3 items. She is not weak. She is just having trouble.
I mean, the collector
could
definitely help, but going lethality into a very tanky team, it's not like the late game team fight assurance that you want. I think it's great in the lane phase and in the mid game, but we're 28 minutes in. This way has, if you count the measures as an item, 4 full items. Yeah, I think at this point, you want some more stable, consistent, reliable damage.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, lethality or crit, it's hard to do damage when you're being perma-CC'd by Nautilus, Nautilus catches you within range and presses R on you. You're as good as dead at this point.
Oh, and a little stun here is going to land onto Fia as Aurelius finds Fia walking into the Baron pit, and a beautiful pick. And this could secure a 4 versus 5
they are
at Baron. It looks like Reds is going to reset here, and so Team Bell will be able to walk in, get all of the ward vision denial that they want. Let's take a pick, actually. Let's take a view of what can they see. Team Bell, Inferno is here on this last ward, but other than that, they're off vision, and so the pings are there. They know that they're doing it, but what can they do? Looks like they might elect to just give it up.
Yeah, I don't know what you can do there. You lost your support. It's a 4v5. I think you just have to concede there and try to hold out. You have the Ace-Hole. Caitlyn, hopefully they can slow this down and scale up. Even Viego scales pretty hard.
Okay, I don't know what's going on in my chat, but let's behave like adults, please. Thank you. I see Tyler has had to step in, and I can't believe that. So let's all grow up a little bit and behave like adults. Thank you, Tyler. Yeah, with Baron, I think we're looking to get the base cracked here, right? This has got to be like the natural next step for these players. I wonder if we'll see a Caitlyn ulti come out. He's pretty much been spamming it off cooldown onto the carries, and so with Inferno stepped up there, that could have been an angle, but elects not to.
I am struggling to see where the angle is here for Matt's alt account. Like,
Yeah, so you're right. Let's take a look at how does Matt's alt accounts come back into this game. They have the scaling of the Viego and the Aurelion Sol. They've got great team fight. I think as long as Aurelion Sol and Viego are able to find and cause a lot of chaos, but it looks like Reds could be caught. And he gets away with the flash. Yeah, with the fly there. I'm surprised Chestnut didn't just all in engage, because I think if they secure a kill there, there's a chance that Team Bell can just run at least a couple of
Aztec
inhibitors.
finds Duck in the jungle and forces him to blow his flash. So the Zac is flashless now.
They're using this Baron, but they're not accelerating their lead with it. It looks like now they elect to go into the 1-3-1 format, but Team Bell, it's kind of a weak mid push, so they should be able to clear this out pretty easily. But Cerelius is in the top side. They have the vision here. He misses the grab, actually, so good damage is going to land, and Viego is here as well. Cerelius could be dropping, and this will be huge if Matt's alt accounts are able to secure this kill. The stun misses, but the root comes through, and it is a big shutdown, and it chunks into his Magi stacks. So a critical misstep here, 32 minutes into the game by Cerelius. Reds flashes
They're diving
away.
Reds.
He's suppressed, the counter ultimate comes out, and Aztec is now in a 1 versus 3. Trap lands, he's unable to get out, and
Elder is spawning right now.
That's huge.
So they are calling for it. They just picked the jungler and the most fed member off of Team Bell. They're both down for this. I think Aztec forcing that play into their base behind the turret. It's getting a little anxious.
Yeah, they're trying to flash out here, but Team Bell could just be clean wiped, and Matt's alt accounts knows this as they force out multiple flashes. Inferno and Chestnut both having to flash, and there is no Cerelius, there is no Aztec. So what can Bell, Chestnut, and Inferno do? Looks like they're going to go for the steal, but it is nicely secured by Emperor. A good try from Inferno, but that is Elder Dragon, and so Matt's alt accounts will happily start to look for some team fights here over the next couple minutes.
And that is an angle that we were struggling to find. That will definitely help them stall out this game and help their scaling.
Yep, Team Bell splitting into the 1-3-1, losing 2 members off that. Just poor macro play here from a team with the lead, and now Matt's alt account's only 2.5k gold behind, and they have bounties.
Yeah, I think that's part of the strength of not being able to see this Zac come in. He can jump on you from so far away. If you're pushed out even a little bit, he can hold you there for a while as he brings back up to finish you off. We got Cerelius down to 14 stacks on the Magi's now.
Yeah, that was after he got dropped down from 20 or so. The rest of the team back up, and Matt's alt accounts should be looking for some type of engage. They don't have a lot of good engage outside of the Zac, so I would like to see Zac join them here. But Aztec is looking for a play onto Reds and Fia. He is going to land. Oh, he misses his ultimate as they just peel out, unable to close the gap fully.
I think I just got pulled from my spectator. Somehow I got disconnected.
Well, let's see if you can reconnect.
Immaculate.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to reconnect. If you can share your screen to me.
Yeah, I can try. We'll see how laggy it gets. Alright, and so the siege begins as they enter Matt's ult accounts all inning, and Chestnut dies, Inferno dies. That's already 2 down for Team Bell. Sorellis is on the side, but he's being burned down as he just flies at him, and this Elder Soul drag is huge. Sorellis able to pick up 2 on the back of that, but the rest of Matt's ult accounts are winning the fight, and that's a full team ace for Matt's ult accounts with the late game Elder Dragon. And it looks like they're going to push
40
in.
seconds. They might push to end here.
Yeah, they don't push really fast, but it could be enough.
I mean, like,
15 seconds on Nautilus.
20 seconds on the first damage dealer to come up.
I mean, they're just pushing in. Like, they're not up. Team Bell is not up. Matt's ult accounts is going to win this game after looking like they were going to lose it for about 90% of it. Chestnut's here. He lands a root. He's trying to buy as much time as possible. Inferno shows up at the last moment, but they only have to burn on the Nexus, and Inferno's not doing what he needs to do to peel them off. He should be able to pick up 1, but it's not enough. It's way too little too late, and Matt's ult accounts comes from behind to win the game. They take game 1.